Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. SSET Englishtown.
Hi guys. Today we will continue reading in a dark room, so you need your reading workbook and your book. So first, let's start with in a dark room. If we can go to page 50, where we start the story, The Pirate. Okay. Ruth was spending her vacation with her cousin Susan. A pirate once lived in our house, Susan told Ruth. He died in the room where you are staying. His ghost is supposed to haunt that room, but we have never seen it. I don't believe in ghosts, said Ruth. But the thought of a pirate haunting her room scared her a little. Before she got into bed that night, Ruth looked everywhere. She looked under the bed and under the rug, in the closet and in the drawers, behind the dresser and behind the curtains, and anywhere else a ghost might hide. But she did not find a thing. Ruth yawned and stretched and got into bed. She turned off the light and snuggled under the covers. Just as I thought, she said to herself, there is no one in this room but me. Then a big voice said, and me! The Ghost of John. Have you seen the ghost of John? Long white bones and the flesh all gone? Ooh! Wouldn't it be chilly with no skin on? All right. So now let's do, in your reading workbook, page 47. So, let's do the vocabulary section first. So, number 1, pirate. Which one is pirate? Pirate is D. What is vacation? A, good. There is no school during this time. What is haunt? Haunt is E. It's what ghosts do. When a ghost lives in a place, it haunts that place. What is snuggle? B, good. And then flesh is the last one, C. Flesh is a way to say skin and everything that is not bone. So your muscles and blood, everything is flesh and bone. And then the other 5, we use the same words and we match to these ones down here. So a break from school or work. Number 6, a break is vacation. Number 7, to settle into a warm, comfortable position. So that one, number 7, is snuggle. Number 8, the soft outside part of the body of a person. That one is flush. 9, someone who attacks other boats and steals. This is pirate. And number 10 is the last one, is haunt. Okay. So, where's my eraser? Story questions. Number 1. So if we keep our books open, what was Ruth spending with her cousin Susan? Well, she was spending her summer vacation, or maybe not summer. She was spending her vacation. With Susan. So when we say spend, we can use spend for money. Like if I pay 5,000 won for some food, I spend 5,000 won on that food. But we also use spend for time. Like if class is 40 minutes, today I spent 40 minutes in class. Okay, number 2. What did Susan tell Ruth about? Well, if we look on page 51, what does Susan say? Susan says that there was a pirate who died in Ruth's room. So Susan told Ruth about a pirate's ghost. Number 3, in the beginning, do you think Ruth believed Susan's story about ghosts? So when a question asks, do you think, the answer isn't right in the book. You can't look at this line as the answer. You have to think. So if we look in the book, Ruth says, I don't believe in ghosts. So when we think about that, we think, oh, if she thinks ghosts aren't real, maybe she doesn't believe Susan. So number 3, we can write, I don't think Ruth believed Susan. Number 4, when Ruth went into the room, why was she a little scared? On page 52, if you look, the thought of a pirate haunting her room scared her a little. So why was she scared? She was scared because maybe there's a ghost. So we can say she was scared because there might have been a ghost. So might have been, written like this, is like maybe in past tense. Because maybe is tricky. Because in past tense, maybe we know the answer now. We didn't in the past. Maybe yesterday we didn't know. But today, we probably know. So might have been is a way to say maybe there was. So maybe in past tense, kind of. And then we can go on to page 48. Five. Before Ruth got into bed that night, what did she do? This is a long one. So, she looked everywhere. Okay, she looked everywhere. Under the bed, under the rug, in the closet, in the drawers, behind the dresser, behind the curtains, and anywhere else a ghost might hide. It's a lot, but I wrote it, so you write it too. Okay, number 6, after that, number 6 is easy. Did she find anything? No, she didn't. Okay, I will erase this. All right, number 7. Number 7 is making past tense. So, not looking at the book, let's make some past tense. Ruth yawned. What's past tense is yawned, ed. Yawned. Next, stretched, ed. Next is get. What's past tense of get? It's got. Next is turn. Turn is turned. Ed. Snuggle. Well, snuggle ends in E, so we only add D. Snuggled. Next, just as I think past tense is thought. And then say is said. Number 8. Who do you think me is? So, we don't know for sure. In this book, in the other book, there's the pirate, but in this book, these pictures, see, no ghost. So we don't know if there is a ghost. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. So this one you can write who you think me is. So one answer is it might have been the pirate's ghost. So might have been, again, is maybe was. It was maybe the pirate's ghost. Doesn't sound right. So we say it might have been. Same meaning. Okay, number 9. Turn the page to 60 in your book. Describe the ghost of John. Have you seen the ghost of John? Long white bones and the flesh all gone. So we can say, he had long white bones and no flesh. Number 10, why is he chilly? Well, wouldn't it be chilly with no skin on? When we ask wouldn't it be, we mean to say, do you think it is chilly? If you don't have skin, do you think you're chilly? Yes, we think so. So why would he be chilly? He would be chilly because he didn't have skin. Okay, finish page 48. All right, 49. True or false? We have 10 questions. Number 1, when there is real danger, feeling scared is fun. True or false? This one is false. Remember the foreword where it says when there is not real danger, no real danger, being scared is fun. If there's real danger, if someone is trying to kill you, someone has a knife, that is not fun. That's scary. Number 2, when the boy saw the man with long teeth, he grinned at the man. True or false? This one also false. Remember, the boy saw the man and he ran away. I think I would too. Number 3, the woman in the graveyard was very short and very fat. This one is true. A woman in a graveyard sat very short and very fat. Number 4, in the story The Green Ribbon, Jenny was like all the other girls except for one thing. This one is true. Do you remember the one thing? It's she has a green ribbon around her neck. Number 5, Alfred liked Jenny, but he didn't want to marry her because of the ribbon around her neck. This one is false. He loved her and he wanted to marry her. He wanted to know, why do you wear the green ribbon? But he loved her, so he wanted to marry her. Number 6, in the story, in a dark, dark room, the ghost was in a dark box. I think so. I just need to check. Yes. The ghost was in a box. True. There are so many things and other things in that story. 7, in the story, the night it rained, the boy named Jim had died about a year ago. This one is also true. Number 8, the driver couldn't find his sweater at all. He never found his sweater. True or false? This one is false. Remember, he found it lying across Jim's grave. So we have this is Jim's grave, and this is where he's buried. Wow, there's a man's sweater. Woo! Number 9, in the beginning part of the story, The Pirate, Ruth believed in the ghost that Susan had talked about. Oh, we just did this one. This one is false. Ruth didn't believe in the ghost at the beginning. And number 10, in the story, The Ghost of John. The ghost of John had long white bones and his flesh was all gone. Again, we just did this one. That's true. Okay, done page 49. Page 50. Number 1, according to the author, what are the best time and place for scary stories? Well, this is in the foreword. We go all the way to the beginning. The best times for these stories is at night, in front of a fire, or in the dark. So, number 1, the author says the best time is at night, in front of a fire, or in the dark. According to in the question means, so if it says according to the author, that means what does the author say? So if I ask you, according to scientists, what is, I don't know, how many animals are there? And then you can look it up and you can say, scientists say there are this many animals, according to. Number 2, in the first story, why did the boy run all the way home? Well, remember he saw a man with very long teeth. Number 3, in the graveyard, what did the woman look like? Well, she was very short and very fat. Number 4, in the green ribbon, what happened to Jenny after Alfred untied the green ribbon? I think this one is easy to remember. Jenny's head fell off. Number 5. What happened to Jim in the night it rained? What was wrong with Jim? He died almost a year ago. Here's another note. So when we talk about present in the present tense, we say ago. So ago means from now, 1 year before. But if we are talking in past tense, he died almost a year before. Because before means from, let's look at it this way. Here is now. There's the future. We ignore this one. And then here is the past. From now to here, if this is 1 year, 1 year ago. But we can use before to say from here in the past to here in the past. The start time, the time we are talking about, like the time in this story, when the story happens is in the past. And then Jim died in the past in the story. So it's like double past. A little confusing. But because we talk about the story in past tense, and Jim died in the past, we use before. So, just a way to say, when you write your book reports or your journals, if you are using past tense, you use before, not ago. Ago is for now. If you have questions about that, you can ask me later or write it down for me and I will write down the explanation for you. I know it's confusing. Okay, number 6. In The Pirate, where had the pirate died? He died in the room where Ruth was staying. He died. He died in Ruth's room. Okay, the bottom, number 7 on page 50. If you want, you can make your own question about your favorite story. See if your classmates can answer it. I can probably answer it. I know this book very well. And let's do 51. Number 1, number these sentences in the order they happen in the story. So, well, we know the Ghost of John is last, so B will be last. And we remember the teeth was the first story, so D is first. So there are 2 answers, A and B. Start with D and end with B. Now what is A? The ghost was in the dark, dark room. And C, Jenny never took off her green ribbon. Well, if we look in the book, we can see, remember, the green ribbon is the story right before In a Dark, Dark Room. So it goes D, C, A, B. If you are on a test, What you can do with this kind of question, start with what you know is first or what you know is last, and then go backwards and fill in what you know and cross out the answers that you know are wrong. So our answer, DCAB, is A. Number 2. What did the boy see when the first man he saw grinned? Did he see skin? No. A ribbon? No, that doesn't make sense. We remember, grin is smile. A sweater? Again? No, that would be very strange. He saw long teeth. C. How many men did the boy meet? This one, he met 3 men. B. Where was the woman when she saw the corpses? Was she in the dark room? Nope. In the house? Nope. In the graveyard? Yes. A woman in a graveyard sat. That one is a way to say a woman sat in a graveyard. Fancy. How many corpses did the woman see? A woman in a graveyard sat, very short and very fat. She saw 3 corpses carried in, very tall and very thin. 5 is B. How is Jenny different from all the other girls? Well, this one is easy. What was different from everybody else is she wears a green ribbon. A. And why did she finally tell Alfred about the green ribbon? So we know C, she didn't. That one's wrong. We can cross out C. She didn't. B, she was hungry. Was she hungry? No, I don't think so. Why? If she's hungry, why does she want her head off? And then, so we look, she was tired or dying. Well, remember the doctor was there. She was dying. Now, 52. What was in the dark, dark woods? Number 8. Well, we can remember in the story, everything it started with the adjective dark twice. So we just look for dark, dark. If you don't remember the answer, well, it was a dark, dark house. A. Number 9, what was in the dark, dark box? There was a ghost. C. 10, what was in the dark, dark room? There wasn't a person, so not a man, not a woman, and not a corpse. A, B, and C are wrong. There was a chest. D. Okay, 11. Who was standing in the rain? Well, we know a sweater can't stand in the rain. That's strange. So no, not D. Was it A, a man, B, a ghost, or C, a boy? Remember C, a boy, Jim. And where did the man find his sweater? The answer is C, across Jim's grave. Woo! What did Ruth do before she got into bed? Remember that long question from earlier? She looked everywhere. A. 14. Was Ruth alone in her room? No. She said, there's no one here but me. And someone said, me. And what did the ghost of John not have? So if we change the words, he did not have means there wasn't. It wasn't. So skin on means if he did not have skin on, that means he had no skin. Is that right? Yes, it is. Easy. A. Okay. Now we are finished in a dark, dark room. Homework is study all vocab, read the book, and bring Frog and Toad, our friends, to the next class. All right, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.
Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. SSET English Town.